Hey you guys, so I'm back with more Halloween news because I want to cover every little development this movie has. I mean, I know we're a year and a half away from seeing it, but given the announcement that came out recently, it just made me really excited for it. And reading from BloodyDisgusting.com, Danny McBride and David Gordon Green have some new comments about the film that I find pretty interesting. Now, if we look at them, Danny McBride says, "We can't talk too much about the Halloween reboot, but David and I had a long talk with each other about when people do these movies. What pisses me off when it comes to something I like? We all came to the decision that remaking something that already works isn't a good idea, so we just have a reimagining instead." That's pretty interesting to me, because there's been a little bit of a jumble of words lately in what this new film is going to be. Is it going to be a remake, a sequel, reboot? Well, the word that Danny McBride uses is reimagining, and I know it's kind of a buzzword to use remake too much, because people have really kind of fallen out from the pattern of remakes. They don't like hearing that anymore, so you hear things like reimagination, recalibration, anything of the sort like that. Now Danny McBride is saying reimagining, so that really kind of makes me think, what kind of possibilities are they going to use to address this film? What is it going to be if they're just using reimagining? But remember, keep in mind, they said they're going to be kind of acknowledging the mythology of the first two films. So with that said, I thought those were some pretty interesting comments by Danny McBride, but then David Gordon Green goes on and he speaks about how the project pretty much came to be and how they came to be involved. So what he says is, Jason Blum came to me. I'm a huge horror fan and I've never made one. He then goes on to say it's going to be incredible. And so he goes on and he professes his admiration for John Carpenter's Halloween, but peppered in there, I think you might have heard that he said it's going to be incredible. Now that's really where I'm picking up and really kind of wondering, okay, do they want to hype this up this much this early? We still have a year and a half left until the movie comes out. Now, I've just got to say, as excited as I am for this movie, I'm a little afraid that they're going to try to hype this up a little too much, and it's my opinion that hype can really be a movie killer. Remember, we have a year and a half until this movie comes out, so I think the proper way to hype people up would not be with words, it would be with behind-the-scenes images, behind-the-scenes pictures, maybe a composition by John Carpenter to tease us, I don't know, maybe a peek at the Michael Myers mask. I would say anything of the visual medium is something to excite people over instead of the verbal medium, because anybody can say this movie's gonna rock. Hell, I don't care, just take a picture of the front page of the script and then tweet it out or something like that. That's fine, that can even get people excited. Now, secondly, I gotta say I am happy with their confidence, and I do think they're gonna bring a good product to screen, especially based off John Carpenter's reaction. But at the same time, I think now is way too early to kind of start that hype just by talking about it. I think, come on, 6 months, 7 months from now, or any time from now, just tease us with something. The film's going to be in development far, far ahead from where it is now. They might even be filming in 6 months. So I think you got to hype people up with the images, and you can't hype people up with words too much. I know we all want this movie, and I wanted this movie just as much as anybody else, and I'm very excited for it. It's probably my most anticipated movie of next year, now that you think about it. But really, I just think they ought to pace themselves with the way they talk about this. And I trust John Carpenter's judgment on their pitch. Now they just have to bring it to life. They do say they're writing the script right now. I don't think that'll take very long based on their confidence and based on, I guess, how well they know they want to make this movie. So in the meantime, I think David Gordon Green and Danny McBride maybe keep the verbal sound bites down just a little bit and just tease us with pictures, tease us with footage, tease us with compositions, anything like that. I think that's better to get the people excited rather than telling them how good it's going to be. But then again, I'm just some schlub that's talking about your movie. I'm not making your movie. In the meantime, guys, what do you think about these comments, and what kind of expectations do you have given the recent comments of it being a reimagining of some sort? But until next time, guys, follow the channel, subscribe, because I'm going to be covering this movie every time I hear something about it. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.